ListenYourWay.com, and we're coming here tonight from West Forsyth Field. We're here doing the marathon postgame show, and we're interviewing Coach Helper here after an outstanding win. We're going to go over some highlights, talk about next week's game, and first of all, congratulations, Coach. What a game.
Yeah, thank you very much. The kids played tremendous. I'm so proud of the guys. Just proud of everybody that came out here tonight and cheered us on, and the kids playing. It was a great victory.
Yeah, we know. I know a lot of the keys of the game. A lot of the big kickoff returns were key. The special team play. You had great offensive play. The offensive performances by some of your players, the running backs, the wing backs. Tell us a little bit about some of those guys.
Well, Jake Wise-Zorek led us with 291 yards rushing and 3 touchdowns. He's a tremendous back. The offensive line did a great job opening some of those holes. Trevor O'Brien, the tailback, was right in behind him doing a nice job, and then Brian Porter. So just really proud of the offense for stepping up tonight. And we stood here 3 years ago, and after a South Gwinnett loss, that we learned a little bit about the Gwinnett County teams. We said, man, they're fast and they're big, and we've got to pick up our game. We've got to get stronger and faster to try to match them. So I think we've come a long way in those 3 years, and that's what we're trying to do.
Yeah, and I know you don't want to give up 35 points, but as much as they had the ball, as often as you scored so quick, you were on the field so much, and I think some of your kids may have gotten tired, and they were hard to cover.
Yeah, they were. They're great athletes at Collins Hill, and we did. I think we got a little bit tired, and they picked up on some things we were doing because they ran a lot of offensive plays. And hey, I'm okay with scoring quickly. That's part of our deal. We want to be a high tempo, score quickly. We got the bonus points from the special teams tonight, and but that also put the defense right back out on the field quickly. So it was tough for those guys to handle a little bit, but we had some nice stops. We had a few 3 and outs when we needed them, especially they're coming out of the half. They'd gotten it back to within 10 points, and our kids were a little bit upset there at the end. And I made a mistake too. I wanted to kick a field goal, and I thought about it, and I said, no, and I got a little greedy.
Do one more
I got a little greedy, and I said, let's go for one more play, and the clock ran out there, and they did a nice job of stopping it. But I went in and told the kids, look, hey guys, I owe you that one. I owe you that one. So let's come out, and get this stop in the start of the second half. And man, that first play, that second half, I think we took it after the stop, and that kind of took the wind out of their sails.
Yeah, that third quarter you outscored them, I think 21-7, and then first of the fourth quarter you scored another, so that 28-7 kind of put them away. But those are outstanding efforts. I tell you, you did a great job with that. Of course, looking back on last year, you got through this round of the playoffs, and we were with you to Hillgrove. You won that game, and then we saw the game over Grayson. You were in the ball game, and to the state champions, you played them real well.
Yeah, and again, we're trying to build off of that, and we're right now in that just same mode we were in last year, one game at a time. And Parkview is going to be a good one, and that's what we've got to do. And they're going to be big and strong and well coached. So.
Oh yeah, that's tradition-rich school. We were talking some about them. Cecil Flo's been there a long time. They've had the great athletes, Frank Cooper and all the guys. It's been a great thing. I was just talking to someone back there. I'm from here, and I've been around a long time. 1967 was when I graduated, and I saw games back in the 60s. So I've seen most of the Forsyth County action, and I know the team that from North Forsyth that went to the Final Four in 2000 that year was an amazing feat by a Forsyth County team, but I've never seen an offensive explosion like this tonight. I don't think I've never seen this many points scored.
Yeah, and that's like I was saying, that's part of our plan is high tempo and try to score as many points, kind of like what Oregon does. I know our coaches went out and talked to the Oregon coaches at a couple of clinics, and some of the guys that are doing some of those things, and talked about tempo and pace, and that's something we're trying to do. But and at the same time, we're just trying to build off the great tradition here in Forsyth County. That's something that when we moved up here and we're blessed to come to a great community like this and said, hey, there are great football players here. We just got to continue to nurture that, and you can see the programs around here getting better and better. And I think Forsyth County is going to be something to be reckoned with over the next hopefully 10 to 20 years.
Yeah, and congratulations again on your effort. And like I say, you mentioned Parkview next week. We know how tough it's going to be, but you do have them at home. That's an advantage. You do get to play them at home. They had a tough double overtime game tonight, 20-17, I believe, Travis. Yeah, that's right. So they won that game. And Walton's a great team.
Yeah. So that tells you right there. We, either one of those teams were going to be a great matchup. And Parkview, we know a little bit about, and our former athletic director Dennis Strami is an old-time Parkview guy with Coach Flo, and we respect the heck out of those guys. So we know they're going to come in here and play a great game, and we got to be on the top of ours. We got to cut out some of the mistakes that we had tonight, and get better.
All right, well, good luck to you next week, and we hopefully will be back to see you, and good luck on next week.
All right, thanks, guys. We appreciate it. Have a good weekend.